Russia will have sights on us. We have to be very careful. We see what's happening to other African countries. Let's not think that this cannot happen in Kenya. True. Look at what happened to the northern part of Sudan, a part that we thought was peaceful, but now there's a proxy war going on there.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up the OneMicShow sports segment here today. We're starting off with rugby that Ali ruined how it starts anyway. So SHUJAA stunned South Africa Blitzbokke 17-12 in Zimbabwe on Sunday evening to clinch the African Sevens title and claim Africa's sole ticket to the 2024 Olympic Games. So this means that South Africa are not going to the Olympics. This is how big this win was. And the South Africa team that we beat was the South Africa team that is a core team in the IRB series. So in case anybody thought that the team who just played a small tournament and were defeating small teams, no, it was actually something which was very big. And also this is something that is very, very, very good because this is a very young team. This is a team that had a lot of debutants and a young. I think the most experienced player right now is their captain, Victor Onyala, and Onyala, who we've been looking at as one of the new guys in the previous teams. So this is a team that holds a lot of promise. And as Ali said, it gives us a chance to go back to the HSBC Sevens and allows us to play for qualification. And having performed so well, having played a tournament that was so flawless, it gives hope, and which brings me back to you. So wewe moshi tulikuwa naongea kwanza, it gives us hope in going back into qualifications for the into the core status. Do you see this team qualifying and going back to the core status?
I see the team going back if they get the correct guidance and help from the union. Without that, I don't see it happening.
You know, Mika, the reason why I have confidence in SHUJAA Sevens going back to core status is when I look at the technical bench that's there. I see Amonde, I see Hayange, I see a lot of people who, first of all, have Kenyan rugby at heart and also are very technically skilled as leaders to guide these young boys into the promised land. I think this relegation was a blessing in disguise because it gave us a chance to rethink, relook, and restructure, you know, like how we want to move forward. With the good thing about the Rugby Sevens team, one thing that I'm happy about is that it's a very visible team. They go play in a lot of tournaments. This particular government that we have, because there's a government aspect in as far as funding these teams travel and facilitating a lot of other things. They don't like embarrassments in as much as, you know, like the hard snafus, they don't like embarrassment. So the Rugby Sevens team is very visible and they have a very vocal social media following. Anything small that happens, it's going to be out in the media. So I think they will be taken good care of. And to me, that was a spectacular performance in Harare, Zimbabwe, where they beat South Africa in the finals. And a shout out to Konye, who's been going to all Kenyan rugby tournaments, I think, across the world. London, you go.
Konye, unajua,
Las Vegas, you
he
go.
needs to tell us what he
LA.
does so that we can even do the same thing. Pia sisi tuwe na yeye.
Yes, Konye, we need to know what to do for a living.
I thought that Joji was the ultimate. Lakini Konye amepeleka hii to another level.
Yes, I know. So shout out Konye, and we also want you on the OneMicShow. In case you're listening, your space is open here.
We'll find him on Bora, so he's not far.
Yes.
We'll find him on Bora.
Yes, but Mika, back to you. What exactly do we need to do now to prepare for Olympics? I know there's invitational. Some of these tournaments bring in invitational teams. Is there a possibility now that we are the African champions and have qualified for the Olympics? Is there a possibility that we may get invites to the invitationals, and approximately how many legs would this be, so that we can prepare ourselves to go watch Kenya? And then here's the other question.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're going to have qualification legs that are going to be part of the RP series. So there are series where we'll have qualification tournaments, and if it's a matter of invitational, we can say maybe Dubai and South Africa look very appealing. Hong Kong also looks very appealing. Those are destinations that are very close. Like you also look at tournaments whereby when Kenya is invited and is going, it's not that strenuous in the pockets of the union.
Okay.
Because the union still has to also, as much as they are taking care of the national team, they have Chipu to take care of. They have the 15s teams. Then they have the ladies 15s and 17s also, which are also playing and trying to qualify for some of these tournaments. And also they have to take care of the league and the development. So as much as we would like them to play, we also should not be too selfish and just demand that they try to go and play a lot of friendly games and a lot of... But the tournaments that we have are enough, and they should just keep doing what they're doing. Keep on training the way they're training, keep on having the heart that they're having, and you will actually see a difference on how they play now compared to how they were playing before.
Okay. All right. Now, the other question is, in the invitational tournament, as we get to wrap up the sports segment, in the invitational tournaments, has there been ever a situation where a team was invited for an invitational and then they went and won the whole tournament and beat the core teams? Has that ever happened?
It has never happened. Can it happen? Yes, it can happen. It's a tournament. You never know. Other teams might get injuries, and that invitational team is just too good and go ahead and win.
That will be so fun if it happens. It will be...
yeah. So but then most teams that are in the invitational tournaments are there because they're developing teams. They're not the core teams. They don't play that much. So it's not something that can easily happen.
Okay, but now Kenya will be an invitational team, and I think unfortunately this team that has been set up, they have that ability to play in a core tournament. It's just that we've been relegated, so it will be interesting to see that that happen. But
but yes, pressure about it. This team should just go play and enjoy itself. What you go up at your pressure in the invitational or not?
Okay.
Right now where it is, it's a place whereby the team is in development, and we should accept that it's in a development stage. It's developing as it goes. Even for the Olympics, qualifying for the Olympics is good. If we get medals from the Olympics, it's good, but the purpose is for it to get back to core status. If it can get back to core status next year, then the year after that, maintain the core status. Then on the third year now, they can start chasing
for the title.
Yeah.
Okay.
That will be the best progression. And OneMicShow's right. It's 4 teams which are relegated. It's 4 teams which are relegated every year.
Okay.
From the season. Yep.
Yeah, it was a new thing that just started.
Okay. So we have we have 4 slots that are...
Yeah, we have 4 slots for promotion. Four teams are relegated and 4 teams are promoted. So you basically have to ensure that you finish top 8 every year to maintain core status.
Okay.
But don't you also have to be in the what's it called? The I guess, do I call it the tournament of losers? Because not even though you don't automatically go there, right? You have to qualify for that.
That's for teams that are not by the end of the tournament that are not in the top 8. I think now these are
correct, which is right now is where Kenya is. So Kenya has to go into this.
No, Kenya is not into that tournament. Oh, you're confusing. Kenya, we are relegated. Right now, we are playing for qualification.
Oh, okay. So we have to qualify to get into the tournament for...
We have not tournament.
Losers.
We have to qualify to get into the IRB core teams to become part of that 12. So when we become part of that 12, we play the whole series. Then at the end of the series, depending on where we finish, if we are above the, we are on the top 8, we are safe. If we're below if we're at the lower 4, we get relegated.
Okay.
So
And
where
then
is
other
To-
teams are promoted.
okay, so where is Tonga playing now? Because Tonga is not in those.
Because Tonga is not a core team. I don't know if they
Tonga
qualify.
is not a
last year.
core
I actually
team.
don't. I don't know the core
Remember
team
they were
for this
out and
year.
they came back.
Tonga,
No,
yeah.
Before
you're
they did this
confusing.
12 thing. Okay, and that's why I'm trying to get clarification. So we have the new set of rules that they brought in was that you had 8 teams that are in it. It's 12 that are part of the core, but then 4 of them get relegated. That wasn't what they did previous years. It just started this last year, correct?
Yes, relegation started last year.
Yes.
Coming in because the reason they wanted that is to give teams option. The thing is, it's the developing teams, instead of just them being invitational teams, they're being given a chance to qualify and be part of the co-status that play the whole series. So
Okay.
it also helps in development. It's a league will never do. You see the difference between the MLS and the Premier League. The Premier League and European type of football structure has relegation up and down, right?
Yes.
So that's why they have teams that they have grassroots football, lower divisions coming up and going all the way from up. And a team has the ability to rise and fall in between. It allows development of the sports.
Okay.
But when you just have a league whereby there's no relegation, everybody's just playing to make money, profitable. Yes, everybody is making money, but then does the game develop lower down the pyramid? There is no development down the pyramid because the team down the pyramid, all they do is also just play and stay there. Nobody. So you find small teams are not investing money to try to come up. So it's the same thing with the rugby.
Okay.
Those teams that those small country teams are getting a chance now to be promoted into the core status. And once you become a core team and you play you'll find that maybe a Tonga might survive and stay the next year. Then it develops, the players continue getting better and better, especially since we have teams like New Zealand, Australia, England, which use sevens as a feeder program for their 15s. They might be weaker and probably not just win, but maybe drop lower, and that Tonga is strong and gives that Tonga a chance to go and win a tournament, or even just winning the whole series.
Okay.
So it's more of the reason for the relegation is more for development than anything else.